Shopping for SUVs? Dublin Chevrolet will save you money.
Drive the new 2020 Chevy Traverse for as low as $31,599.
Call, click, or come see us. Dublin Chevrolet, the only dealer you will ever need.
I'm here with Jay Studstill with Georgia Power. Jay, we're here at the Lighthouse here on Bellevue, and y'all got a project going today. Tell me about it.
Yes, sir. We are very fortunate to have the opportunity to assist the Lighthouse through our Georgia Power Company Foundation and our Citizens of Georgia Power. The foundation was requested by the Lighthouse representatives to fund a repair of a fence that was in their courtyard area. Over the years, we've assisted the Lighthouse with cleaning the courtyard, putting in straw, doing things like that. But this was a bigger project to be able to do the fence. So our Georgia Power Foundation actually contributed the money, a little over $4,000, but the Citizens of Georgia Power is doing some of the volunteer work. We're doing the staining. We were scheduled to do some of the tearing down of the fence, so weather got us on that one, but some others helped us with that. But what we're doing today is staining the final parts of the fence. This is a legacy project with the Citizens of Georgia Power Company. And here again, it's through the Georgia Power Foundation.
Yeah, and you living here in Dublin, Jay, and knowing what the Lighthouse means to this community, so many communities are not fortunate enough to have an adult daycare center.
That's right.
So we're very fortunate here, aren't we?
We sure are. The caregivers that take care of these individuals that utilize this facility need a break.
Yes.
When you're dealing with a 24/7 caring for someone, those caregivers know that they can come to this safe place with a courtyard that's protected with this wonderful fencing, and they know that their loved ones will be taken care of while they go and spend time doing the things they need to do. Yes, our community is very blessed, and anybody that would like to contribute to help them, I'm sure they will, just as Georgia Power is trying to do.
Yeah, and we always need volunteers here at the Lighthouse, no doubt, but tell me who all is involved from our local Georgia Power today.
Yes, locally we have 21 members of our Citizens of Georgia Power Company. I am the president of the Citizens of Georgia Power. Brad Duke is a vice president, and Kevin Clark is our secretary and treasurer. But we have linemen. You can see some of the linemen in the background. They're members of the Citizens of Georgia Power, and they do projects. This will be our fourth project of the year. We do a project at MLK, we've done an Earth Day project, we've done for Meals on Wheels, and now we're doing this legacy project with the Citizens of Georgia Power Company for the Lighthouse, which is our biggest project of the year.
And where did Citizens of Georgia Power originate?
Back in the 60s, around 1962, the groups of people that support Georgia Power, mainly the wives of the Citizens of Georgia Power people or Georgia Power representatives, decided that they wanted to do things in the community. And the organization has continued to evolve over the years. It was first called the Women of Georgia Power, but now it's inclusive to anyone that wants to be a member of the Citizens of Georgia Power. So we have several thousand members around the state of Georgia, and we contribute millions of dollars to our communities that we serve.
You know, I've seen recently, seems like every September we have a hurricane come our way. Fortunately this year, we didn't have a direct hit like we did last year. We had it very bad last year, but this time I saw a lot of our EMCs, and I'm sure Georgia Power went to other parts of the country, Florida in particular, South Carolina, but I see Georgia Power working out in the county, and I know Georgia Power has always been a good neighbor to your friends. Talk about that.
Yes, well, certainly when hurricanes hit, our company puts forth a major effort to be able to get our citizens back on, because, you know, we're so just absolutely have a need for electricity. It's something that when we don't have it, you've got people that are on life support, people that need all of those services, and we take it very seriously to get the services back on. We do cover a lot of communities just outside of Dublin. Georgia Power is in Dexter, we're in Rents, we're in Cadwell, we're over in East Dublin. We cover Dudley and Montrose. So we're scattered around the community with our places that we serve. But we do take very seriously getting the power back on whenever there's a need, because we care.
And how does that work? When we have a hurricane like in Florida, you see the trucks headed south. How do y'all coordinate that?
Yeah, there's a system in Atlanta. It's called our Storm Center, where we have people that study and talk to meteorologists, and they look and they predict where the hurricanes are going to go. It's a little more advanced than what you get on the Weather Channel, and we start hiring or contracting with people to come and be ready to go if a hurricane hits our zone. So the Florida utilities utilize some of our people, and some of our people utilize even Florida or South Carolina utilities. We have mutual assistance agreements with these other utilities, so we don't charge them any more than they would charge us. But we all know that it's important to get the lights back on. So predicting and positioning our crews, like in Michael, we took a lot of people and we positioned them in Macon at the Coliseum and the Marriott, basically, and we were ready to go when that storm hit. But we had people as far away as Canada that were even working in Dublin, because we were trying to get as many resources as possible, because Florida got hit first and we were going to be hit after Florida. So a lot of resources are already in Florida.
We see a heavy presence of Georgia Power. Now, we've closed our local office.
Yes.
And you know, I know people miss that office. They miss, for some reason, so many people. I love paying bills online, but a lot of people love going in and paying their bill. So I know we miss that, but still, Georgia Power is here. You're here to stay. You'll always be here. And I know you want to impress upon the public, if they need Georgia Power, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, we have a 1-800 number that is published in our phone book, in the phone books, that you can call. What happens is when you call and talk to a representative on the call center, and our call center is located in South Atlanta, they will route those messages either to me as a local representative or externally in the community, or we'll go to our operating people. Some of these guys here, they have electronic computers in their trucks called arms units that they'll get the message from that call to go and take care of a person's house. Frankly, it's quicker. It is actually quicker to get the response, because we have troublemen that are working 24/7 in this area. People don't really realize that, but they're consistently running through here. We have a night shift representative that's working in Dublin. So we have someone on duty all the time, and that phone call to the 1-800 number gets funneled to us, and that system works really good, because sometimes when you would go to the office, we may or may not have the right person there. But this way, we are guaranteed to have someone there. As far as paying the bill, we have Kroger and places, Walmart, you can actually pay your bill from Georgia Power Company there.
So you still go ahead and pay your bill?
Yeah, thank goodness.
But what you're saying, it's instantaneously.
Yeah.
When that call goes into that South Atlanta call center.
That's correct.
It basically is so much quicker, because we're all web-based now.
That's correct.
And it goes right to that truck, just like a 911 call, something like that.
Yes, and 911s get even higher priority, but they immediately go to the troubleman that's covering that area. So you don't have to have a supervisor call the troubleman to tell the troubleman to come. He gets it, and then it's alerted with color codes. If it's an emergency, absolutely, like wires are down or house is on fire, it goes red and the thing starts flashing, so that boom, we'll know we got to go. And those guys will drop what they're doing and head that way immediately. It actually speeds the restoration up. Some people don't realize that if in the past, the way we were operating, we had to call a lineman in to go do work in the middle of the night if there was a problem. Well, you got to get them to the headquarters, then you got to crank up and warm the truck up, because big trucks can't just start out.
That's
you
right.
have to get the air brakes going, so it's time lost. Well, now we have troublemen that are not only in Dublin, but they may be in Vidalia, but those trucks are ready to go. That troubleman's wide awake, wide alert. He can get here sometimes from Vidalia quicker than we can put a guy in a bucket and get him to a location. So we found that to be a very positive thing, and the system is working good. We do have connections, though, if something does fail, how to, and the emergency people, the mayors, know how to get in touch with me if something is not quite right and I need to follow up on it. I do that. I make sure that things get handled.
So much has changed since the days of the party line and the Andy Griffin, where you call the operator on the phone. But y'all have learned this through years of experience, haven't you?
That's correct. And a lot of it was a change in technology. See, we did not have the electronic means even 7 years ago.
Yeah.
We didn't have it to the level that it is now. And the way people are communicated with the Southern Link radio systems as well as the phone systems, like if we have something called a breaker operation in town right now, everybody you see around here gets alerted immediately, and we know we got to go. And we were scheduled to actually do some tearing down of this fence one day. Storms were coming when our guys were lined up to go take care of stuff. So we have to be on the alert, and that's important. But that's just part of what we do. The other part is we try to do things for our citizens, because we do appreciate being able to serve in the community here.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we're doing this project here at the Lighthouse today. We're getting it stained. I see Codeco out here. So
That's
you
correct.
do have community partners, don't you?
Yes, Codeco has been excellent. They do a wonderful job. We basically contracted with them to build a fence for us, and we're borrowing their staining system today as we do our staining. And they've been wonderful partners because they care about this facility too. Not only did they have the business here, but they gave back with things, and we appreciate that partnership.
And that's a good point, Jay. And I want to stress to those watching us now about buying local. And Jay, you and I both believe in our chamber. Yes. We're involved in our Chamber of Commerce. But when you do buy local and you buy from people like Codeco Fence, they're able to give back. When we don't buy local, when we take all our money out of town and then our grandchildren or children want to go sell an ad in the yearbook or the football program, how do you expect people to be able to buy those ads if we don't support them and invest in our community?
That's right, and it's extremely important to do things to support our merchants that are local. Georgia Power Company, we give to the community through service, through other means, and some dollars that we give. But we also are there to help our customers, because without our customers, our business wouldn't be in existence. So we appreciate that. We appreciate your business and what you do. The community service that you provide, you and Ron, what you do to get the message out. This is the history book of our community. What you're doing is telling the community what's out there so they'll know and what they want to do. Just like this Lighthouse, if someone wants to contribute towards a Lighthouse and assist them, they can. And they can help the community by doing that, or any other agency that is important.
Friendly Gus has everything you need this football season. From our everyday value items like a $2.99 two-piece dark meat chicken snack, or our fish pork chop 3-piece dark or 2-piece white meat snack for just $5.50. Friendly Gus caters. Order one of our 20, 40, or 60-piece chicken finger or wing platters. And don't forget the tater logs. Friendly Gus is your one-stop shop for tailgating parties. Our food is always fresh and our service is always friendly. Friendly Gus with locations throughout Middle Georgia. Shop Cochran Brothers Cash and Carry at 320 South Jefferson Street for additional tailgate items like paper products, chicken wings, bulk drinks, spices, sauces, and more.
One other project, Jay, before you go, is the Career Academy.
Yes.
Y'all are very involved, and you're involved personally. Tell us why that's important to you personally in Georgia Power.
Yeah, personally, what I see that the Career Academy can offer, it is an assistance to our school systems. An example of a major assistance that Georgia Power and other community leaders have done is the creation of a welding program. There was an identification that welding is a major need in our state of Georgia as well as in all of the communities basically. So when we started doing an analysis through the Career Academy, we sat down and talked with the principals of the schools, and we learned that there was not a welding program being taught other than agriculture, and it was a minor piece. So what the community did, the community raised over $80,000. There were people that wanted to be part of this, and we've hired an instructor, and we have several bays for welding that we teach. We have 3 classes that we're teaching right now at the Career Academy to give people skills. We have focused in, though, at the Career Academy on normally the 9th and 10th grade units. Students. Then we partner, as you talked about partnerships, we partner with a technical school to go to dual enrollment. They have an advanced welding program where they can get certifications. Ours is an introduction to give them the basics of what they can do, because welding is a huge thing. Another aspect that we have is the criminal justice. there's 4 classes of criminal justice. We teach the kids what they need to know about the criminal justice system. A lot of it is in the Constitution and the bylaws and how things really operate. It's been a highly successful class. We also have nursing. I do want to announce that we are in the process of developing a culinary program.
Boy.
So we've already gotten one contribution from the Georgia Power Foundation of a little over $4,000, but we have a space. We don't have the equipment yet, and we do have an instructor, but we don't have it all organized. But it'll start next August. So we're in the process right now of getting that going, and we have a big interest, particularly from Dublin High School, because there's a lot of kids there that are already in a safe serve program. And we have so many restaurants that need students.
Absolutely.
And they need them with skills. So what we're trying to do is improve those skills so the workforce will be ready, which in essence helps everyone. Another class that we're proposing and pushing forward is cosmetology. Again, we'll be partnering with the Technical College of Coney Fall Line to possibly get some of their instructors to assist us at the Career Academy. But we're introducing it at a younger level. And as soon as we identify those skills, we get those kids to a different area. It gives those students a way to get away from their high schools and get in an environment where they can really learn. Normally the classes are about 90 minutes, so they have a chance, like in the welding, to actually go through a full welding set. We do hope to put in metal cutting through a CNC process so that we can do circular or square pieces of metal that can be then welded. Our instructor we have is very good. And we believe that if we can give those skill sets, it'll attract more industry to our area or keep industry here, because workforce is a major problem that we have to address. And people can make an excellent living. Welding is, they're great salaries that people can make with that. And there's plenty of jobs.
And we need skilled workers. We know that. Every meeting we sit in on, community meeting, the topic of conversation is skilled workforce.
That's
so
correct.
This is accomplishing that. And of course, Eric Canada and his staff are doing a wonderful job out there.
They are. Randy Gay with the county school system and Eric have done excellent. I do appreciate Dr. Brigman and Dr. Williams for what they have done to support it. It's not an easy thing to do because we have to bus students there, but they see the need just as we do to enhance and to give alternatives, because some kids just don't get it with just reading the book. They need that hands-on, and we're trying to keep those kids those students from falling through the crack and give them something that's special. At some point in time, if anybody in the community wants to go and visit our welding or our criminal justice or nursing, they can.
And when they graduate, Jay, it's just like our dual enrollment. We've got children graduating with associate's degrees, knowing how to weld, knowing how to lay brick, knowing how to wire a house. That's correct. HVAC. Right. We've got all these things going on, so we are moving in the right direction.
Yes, we really are. I want to say this: the Career Academy is a supplement to what the county high schools as well as the city high schools are already doing. Dublin High School has a tiny house program. I know at West Lawrence there's an automotive program that's outstanding. What we try to do is fill the gap of programs that aren't already taught and advanced at those schools. And some of them are capital intensive, and that's where the community comes in and contributes $50,000, $80,000, $100,000 to make it work. And we really appreciate those people that do that, because we know that their heart's there.
Yeah. And if somebody's watching us today, some industry, business, how can they help with this? Maybe financial support or other means? Yeah.
A lot of what we're looking for initially is just intellectual knowledge about what the needs are. If an industry has a need and they just feel like they need to tell somebody to help them with workers, that's when they need to contact us. If they see where we can put a program together to assist them directly, it could be an apprenticeship program where our students would then would go and they would go to their businesses and work to learn as they go. We already have an industry or two that's doing that very, very well. So we really need to understand what your needs are and talk to Eric or talk to Randy and share with them what your needs are to enhance your business. And then we'll tailor our program around it, just like we did with welding. we realized the need, but we didn't realize that there was not any being taught to the level that we needed to do it. So the community gelled together. We see the same thing coming together with the culinary program right now. And again, the criminal justice is just doing very, very well. So to answer your question, let us know what your need is a number one issue. Let us work with you through the technical school and through the high schools about how to get you workers and help us figure that out. And then if you want to contribute towards it, that's fine. But the biggest thing is let us know what you need.
Well, obviously it's working. You know, we interview the graduates every year here on TV 35, and you always hear when we ask, you know, what are you going to do after college? And you always hear, go to Georgia Tech, go to Southern, wherever. And it was so good, and I know the Career Academy's working when I hear this answer, but I had a young man last year when I asked him, he said, I want to go to work for Georgia Power.
Well,
so there
we need
are other
workers.
they are other skills out there. Everybody's not meant to go to college.
Right.
And that's where these career academies and the technical schools and things like that, they are giving us skilled labor that we need desperately.
That is absolutely so. With our company and our linemen, we have an advanced training program that we go through with our linemen. Many of our linemen don't have college degrees. Some do. Some do very, very well. But that it is a good career, and it's a transferable knowledge set. Once you learn how to be a lineman, you can actually work with fellow EMCs, or you can go work with other utilities in other places. So it's almost like if you think about nursing. A nurse gets a registered nurse's license. They can work almost anywhere. These linemen that you had on the video a few minutes ago, hey, they're highly skilled and highly trained. Not just everybody knows how to go switch out a substation without it blowing up. These guys do. So their skill set is sought after. We steadily have other companies trying to take our employees, and we have to do everything we can to keep them enjoying where they are and how they're gonna what they're going to do. But I tell you, once you get that skill set, it's just like welding. You have it. You have the skill set of nursing. You have the skill set of being a lineman. You can't take it away from you. And then you can use that skill set for other aspects of your life.
Yeah. Well, Jay, we want to thank the citizens of Georgia Power today. We want to thank Georgia Power for what you do, and also we appreciate you, what you do for our community.
Thank you, James. Thank you for
so
what you and
much.
Ron do.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today on TV 35.